Too many yoke pants and Target bags. Where do you think you're shopping, dude? Hello everybody, welcome back to another video for the day. Now we're going to do a whole new subreddit that I've seen a couple of other creators post, and honestly I'd want to give my shot at it too, r/1star. Beforehand, I just want to say an awesome shout out. Thank you so much, Sour, on Twitter for making that beautiful fan art. I'm honestly surprised you even included my snake Mia, and honestly I haven't even featured her on the channel, but let me fix that real quick. She's probably sleeping right now, but there will probably be some time in the future where I can take her out. Say hi to YouTube. Alright, how about we get right to that lovely content? You know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go. Free my dude Tyler. Dude, are you reviewing a prison? My kids have attended this school for 3 years, and we love it here. I found that the majority of the teachers are excellent. My son was karate chopped in the throat by a Naruto wannabe. I'm sorry, are you saying that you are an actual Naruto ninja? Are you implying that you know the ways of the neckbeard? They told me the rent was $900, but when I offered $800, they persisted on telling me that was $900. Okay, so I might not know much, but I'm pretty certain that living quarters do not have negotiable prices. The only thing really you can negotiate are flea markets and some car dealers, really. Honestly, I am so glad I haven't had anybody try to negotiate prices for me at retail. Well, not yet. We all know that the retail customer's mind is ever so evolving. Hey, 1 star, too many homeless people. Well, then move, dude. McDonald's 1 star, no free puppies. I'm sorry, I don't think you're looking in the right area, dude. Here's professional advice. Start with a place that starts with the word pet. Wish there was a way to leave 0 stars. Bought the cruise that leaves at 3:30 and it leaves at 3:30. We got on the ramp at 3:30 and they won't let us on. Said they had already pulled everything up and that we couldn't board. So warning, just get there 10 minutes early or you lose your money. This was one thing I was excited to do in Savannah and all I got was no trip and lost my money. Weird, it's as if they had a schedule and was preparing to leave at that time. Not like they had to do any pre-leaving precautions, you know? I've honestly kind of dealt with your kind before. You're the type of person that comes in the store right at the closing point and then just wants to browse. You're the type of person that causes retail employees to want to make fun of you on the internet as soon as we leave, or talk amongst our coworkers. This bar fills top shelf bottles with cheap alcohol. I ordered a Casamigos neat and was served a cheap tequila from the Casamigos bottle. The bartender was a total dong when I told him that it was not what I ordered. Whack. Jeff, first off, no one does what you're saying happened. Yeah, we replace a middle of the road tequila with a lesser tequila. Bars don't actually do that. I make the same amount of money on either bottle of shot I sell you guys. Fact is, Jeff, you got a Casamigos and the bartender treated you like an idiot because you are a dumb idiot and claimed a false thing. I see you have 3 other 1-star Yelp reviews. Clearly, that is because you are a complaining butthole person. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to 1-star Yelp your mother because she made Jeff the Yelp complaining fart guy baby. Good luck out there in Yelp 1-star crybaby butthole guy land. You suck. The world thinks you suck. Jeff, yes, the entire world thinks Jeff sucks like a fart. However, farts are funny. Jeff just stinks. I guarantee the last girl you messed around with currently is an AA podium right now. I knew I hit rock bottom when I woke up messing around with Jeff, the 1-star Yelp reviewer butthole fartface guy. Vinny, calm down. You destroyed him enough. Vinny, calm down. I will say this right now. It is legitimately my guilty pleasure to see the Yelp reviews of my workplace just because they're all false and I can verify that. Or at least mostly false. I know nobody's perfect, but definitely not the customers. Bought a cat from here to feed to my snake. Snake wasn't happy and ended up biting me. After an ambulance came as a precaution, I called the store and told them what happened. The next day, I had a knock on the door from RSPCA. Now I have no snake and no cat. I suspect Pet City called them on me. Okay, you are a horrible person, and honestly, I don't believe you should be allowed to have any pets whatsoever. I can understand people feeding stuff like rabbits to reticulated pythons, because those are huge snakes that do need to be fed once a month a large meal. But don't get a cat. Seriously, if you do this, you should get banned from having any pets whatsoever because they're automatically going to assume you're gonna feed them to each other. Not exist. It exists, sir. Yeah, I don't know why I did the Russian accent. I don't even care if it was a good one or a bad one, but I don't know why I did that. This place is where the last owner cooked his wife and pulled her down the drain, and then he threw himself off a cliff and lived the same kitchen. I'm sorry, what is this review for? Absolutely horrible service. It doesn't even deserve a single star. This bakery behaved rigidly and refuses to take clients before business hours, even if all the staff is there. They will spend the time to tell you to go away, but not serve you. This is unprofessional. Fortunately, a coffee shop was open not far from here, gladly took my money, and I got my croissant. Oh, boo-hoo, you couldn't get your little Danish at the beginning of the day before they opened. It's weird that those hours are there for a reason. And speaking of things that I have to also deal with, every single day I open up because the place I work at has this vet, and apparently the vet is open before we're actually open, so we get people that line up at the door for the vet, and apparently as soon as the vet's open, they can come in, and when they're done at the vet, they can go shopping around, and they wonder why we're not at the registers. In the event you do happen to know what type of job this is, do not say it in the comment section, please. You'll never believe what happened to me. I was just fired from my job and thought I'd buy 6 pints of milk to make me feel better. No, apparently that's too much to ask. Tesco Express doesn't even have milk. I had to buy 6 1-pints of milk, and I dropped one of them on the way home, not going back again. So let me just say, I'm gonna spitball here. You're not going back to a store because of your clumsiness, right? So you mean to tell me, and I'm just spitballing here, you got upset because they didn't have 1 6-pint container, but they had 6 1-pint containers. That right? You are truly the peak of humanity. Also, how is 6 pints of milk gonna make you feel better? Review of Portland, Maine. Bad experience, 1 star. I didn't know you could review whole cities. I found out I was allergic to corn on the cob here. I would give Portland 12 thumbs down if I could. My friend told me there was a subway there, and I thought he meant an underground one, so I sold my car before I moved here, but he just meant the restaurants. My girlfriend left me for the man who owns the loudest boat on the wharf near my old condo, which is apparently how dating works in Portland. When I tried to sell my condo, the homeowners association hazed me by making me eat corn on the cob, which is a thing that I'm allergic to. The staff in Maine Med asked me my very intrusive questions about my blood type and my age and whether I was on any medications. I would not come back here unless it was to get back my girlfriend. Come back, Melissa. You deserve better than loud boat Greg. So let me get this straight. You're upset at a guy who owns a boat in Portland. You know, the word port would kind of give it away. But yeah, just give it a 1-star review because you aren't fit to live there. Kind of like a vegetarian going into a steakhouse and wondering why there aren't any featured vegetarian meals. This place is great. Everyone should eat here every day so the population can go down and Oregon can go back to how it was. How was it before that you want McDonald's to do the dirty work? Montgomery County Jail. 1 star. I got stabbed 7 times in the span of 1 year. Well, I'm actually surprised that 3 people found that helpful. And I legitimately did not know that you could review prisons on Google. The appetizers were delicious. Service was fair, entrees were overcooked and took forever, management was condescending and unhelpful. Half of our table got their entrees and the other half took over 30 minutes more. Service gave up at that point and we had to ask for management. The manager just came patronizing and smug and at times downright disrespectful. Finally got the rest of our food, which was overcooked, and no one came to check on it. At the end of the meal, we were chastised for eating the food when we said we weren't happy with it. The manager even asked to see the food on each plate that was uneaten. Overall, we felt as though they didn't care and could do without us as customers. Good food and concept, but poorly managed and operated. Management response from the general manager. Good afternoon. Since I took over the management position at my location, I have sought to always open up the situations in which we did not deliver a quality experience. Please see the response to the only other negative review on this page for an example of that. This, however, is not one of those situations. You left a few things out of your review. 1. First and foremost, at no point did you answer give up on taking care of your table. I instructed her not to return to your table after you verbally abused her, calling her, among other things, stupid. I will not tolerate harassment of my employees, and it was only out of respect for the other members of your party and your children that I did not ask you to leave immediately. 2. Your party received 4 separate waves of entrees because you ordered your entrees at 4 separate times. 3. If I came across as smug and condescending, I do apologize. However, when you indicated that a medium well-done fillet should take no longer than 3 to 4 minutes tops to prepare, I was a bit taken aback. We have a team of chefs that have worked in highly decorated restaurants in New York, Chicago, and Asheville, and none of them are aware of such a technique that does not involve pre-cooking or microwaving. We would never do those things to our product. We have too much respect for it and our customers. 4. I did not demand to see your already eaten food. I asked if I could see the overcooked entrees, whereupon you indicated that you had already eaten it. It is impossible for me or the chef to improve operations without constructive feedback, and unfortunately, an extremely rude dismissal and a turned back doesn't leave much room for dialogue. Also, worth noting is that I did not ask you to pay for those 2 dishes, another fact you left out of your review. Ultimately, I do appreciate your party joining us at our restaurant this past Friday night. They seemed like very pleasant people, and I hope that they were able to enjoy their experience in spite of your conduct. Normally, if I am convinced that a restaurant and customer are not a good fit for each other, I would encourage that customer to try out other restaurants that might be a better fit. However, I would not wish your particular brand of malicious incivility onto anybody. Okay, that manager is definitely a straight savage, and I honestly love his reaction to everything, just kind of shutting down the entire review, because I've had these type of reviews pop up for my own work too. Like, I've seen a lady go off at a certain customer, and then the next day I go online to check the review, and yeah, it's not like that. Nah, I was there, I remember it. It wasn't like that. I legitimately wish I could have written it down how it actually went down, instead of how the customer perceived it to make it look like they're the victim. But with that, that is going to have to be it for the video. If you would like what you had seen, be sure to like the video, comment down below what you liked about the video, and subscribe to the channel, turn on them notifications. And if you guys do want to see more r/1star videos in the future, be sure to slam that like button. The more likes you get, the more popular the video gets, and the more motivated I am to do more of these. I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.